What's going on, YouTube? Ralphdatrader here, back with another video. Today's video, I just want to go over NASDAQ from last week, just to show you how I just really keep this thing just really simple for me. As you guys already know, and if you don't know, I'm just trading off of highs and lows and trading the 100 pip box. That is it. Highs, lows, 100 pip box. That's all I'm doing. All right, so let's just get right into this, man, and just go over NASDAQ from last week based on how I trade. So as you can see here on, excuse me, September 4th. All right, we know that September 4th was a bank holiday in the USA. All right, there was a bank holiday. So typically, most people don't trade when there's a bank holiday, but you know what I mean? I'm a scalper. All right, I'm a scalper at the end of the day. So coming to the charts, during the New York session, we know from 8 to 11 is when we're looking to take a trade during the New York session. All right. And as you can see, we're on the inside of Friday's high and Friday's low. Okay. We're also on the inside of last week's high, and also last week's low, which is down at the bottom down here. All right. Somewhere down there. Okay. Now, we know it was a bank holiday. Okay. But I'm still coming to the chart because this is what I do. I'm a trader. All right. I mark off my high of the day. Okay. I mark off my high of the day. And I mark off my low of the day. Now, all I'm looking for is a reaction off of either the high or the low, whichever one price presents. And I'm looking to see where price action is at inside of the 100 pip box. So I'm trading the 100 pip box, okay, in highs and lows. 100 pip box, highs and lows, and see how price behaves at those levels. Now, the main levels, all right, for me, all right, are the double zeros, all right, and the 50 level. So as you can see, when this with NASDAQ on a Monday, like I said, it was a bank holiday, so we're not expecting any type of explosive move. So coming into the New York session, you can see that price was just accumulating, okay? Price was accumulating, all right? Then once the session opens up, all right, once the session opens, we still accumulated in at 9:30. It gives us this vertical candle, all right? Give us a vertical candle into our high of the day and also rejecting off of the 50 level, all right? So they trigger our high of the day, all right? Now we're coming into that third hour. This is 10 a.m., that third hour. They give us a nice bearish engulfing. Nice bearish engulfing. There's the trade, all right? 10:30, you got you more than 25 pips, all right? We're not expecting anything on a bank holiday, but you still had a nice 25 to 30 pip trade. Okay. Still, that was still a good. My setup was there. Okay. That was my setup. Setup is there. I take the trade. Now going into Tuesday. All right. Now going into Tuesday, we're going to do the same thing. But coming into Tuesday, you can see that we did close as an inside day. I also look at the inside day. Okay. I'm also looking at the inside days. So we're going to do the same thing. Where's our high and where our low of the day. So this is our high of the day. Okay, here's our high. So we mark up our, all right, so market open up here. So there's our high of the day. Okay, and then where's our low of the day? Our low of the day was here. This was our low of Tuesday, coming into the New York session. Now, as you can see, London session gave us a move off of that inside day. London session gave you a nice move. And now, as you can see, London session took out our previous day's low. Now, for me, the previous day's low, previous day's high, weekly highs, weekly lows takes precedence over the high and low of the day for me. That's what it does for me. So as price takes out this low of the day coming into the New York session, All right. I'm looking for a buy setup. I'm looking for a buy setup, but if a buy setup does not present itself, I do not take a buy. But since price took out the previous day's high, the previous day's low, I'm looking for a buy setup. So coming into my New York session, when that session opens up at 8 a.m., now I'm just reading price action. As you can see, then as the New York session opens up, you can clearly see here that we're having some rejections at our quarter level, which is our buy area of that 100 pip box. But as you can see, we're on the inside of our high of the day and our low of the day. So we're on the inside, okay? But price also took out my previous day's low, okay? So as price takes out my previous day's low, I'm looking to see, I'm looking for a buy setup. Now we did have some low, um, some some low news, okay? But I'm just gonna read price action, all right? And we're not looking to take a trade, all right, until after 9:30. So you have 8:30 gives us an engulfing, closing above the 50. All right, but we're waiting on 9:30. What's going to happen at 9:30 when the market opens? 9:30 is here. Okay. 9:30 proceeds to push back into our quarter level. All right. And just look at the price action at the quarter level. Okay. Look at the price action at the quarter level. You got a rejection off of the quarter level at 8:30. Okay. 9 o'clock. All right. They give you another rejection off of the quarter level. So once the market opens up at 9:30, once this candle closes, it gives you another rejection off of the quarter level. You're just reading price behavior at your levels now. Even though I'm on the inside of my current high and current low of the day, I'm reading price action. Okay, but price, like I said, it took out the previous day's low. All right, took out the previous day's low. Now, like Stacy says, in that first hour, it will give you a high and a low. So you will mark up your high and your low, but I don't do that because I'm just reading price action. Okay. I'm reading price action. Now at 10 a.m. All right. Now we're in that third hour. Typically in that third hour is when you get a trade set up. Third hour, they give you the engulfing. Okay. 10:30. All right. Next candle open up. Here's your trade. All right. Here's your trade. And where I'm targeting? I'm targeting the previous day's high. So as this next candle at 10:30 opens up, I typically like to wait for a 50% of this previous candle. Okay, that's what I typically like to wait for. All right. And so as this candle opens up and once it pulls back, all right, this is when I'm looking to take an entry. I want to see how far it's going to pull back. But you can also, once this candle closed, like a minute before, a couple of seconds before, you can take you a partial, put in a small entry, you know what I mean, and then you could just scale in. But for me, this was a trade setup. Yeah, it wasn't the best trade setup, but for me, it met my criteria. Okay, it met my criteria. All right, took out the previous day's low. Price action was signaling me for a buy setup, and like I said, you take the trade here at 10:30. It's in that third hour. You take it back to the high. You got 80. All right, and I was expecting a nice move. All right, off of the previous day, Monday, which was a bank holiday. Okay, so I was expecting a good move, and we also had an inside day. All right, now going into Wednesday, we do the same thing. Here's my high of the day. Okay, and before our session opens up, here's my low of the day. All right, so now I'm on the inside. Okay, I'm on the inside of my high and my low of the day. And like I told you guys, I'm looking at price action inside of my 100 pip box. So here's our 100 pip box. All right. From here to here is our 100 pip box. And as you can see, we're also on the inside of our previous day's high and our previous day's low. And now on Wednesday, we had some low impact news at 8:30. Okay, we had some low impact news at 8:30, but then we had some major red news at 10. So we want to wait until after 10 a.m. because we had major red news. So as you can see, when the session opens up, they just consolidated the market. All right, just really consolidated the market at 8:30. All right, I meant not 8:30. I meant the 9:30 candle did engulf. All right, this previous candle, but we want to wait because we had news at 10 a.m. We had major red news at 10 a.m. Here's your major red news. Okay, major red news takes out our low. So now, but as you can see, you had this. If you read this price action, all right, read the price action. You're making lower highs and lower lows on the inside, like Stacy said. Lower highs, lower lows, higher lows on the inside is the pump and dump. All right. Even though I don't trade pump and dump, but just I'm reading price action. So as I'm reading price action, and like I say, I'm at the top part of my 100 pip box. Now, granted, my high did not get triggered. Okay. But I had major red news at 10 a.m., which triggered my low of the day of Tuesday and my previous day's low. But I'm reading price action. Price actions are making lower highs and lower lows. So even though my previous day's low got triggered, I'm still reading price action. So as they 10 o'clock at 10 a.m., they give you this nice bullish and this nice bearish engulfing. Okay, now we've come inside of a new 100 pip box. All right. So as this next candle, we're in our third hour. All right. As this candle pulls up and as it starts to back to pull down, you got a trade entry, or you can wait. You can wait to see how this candle here performs. All right, you can wait and see how it performs. And as you can see, it closed as a shooting star. And you could take an entry here, which is outside of the timing window if you wanted to wait and you still caught a move. But for me personally, after price action just engulfed, this news just engulfed all this, as this candle here pulls back up into the double zero, I'm willing to shoot my shot. Okay, I'm willing to shoot my shot because price is making lower highs and lower lows on the inside. And it continued to dump. All right. Now, going into Thursday, you do the same thing. All right. Where's your high and where's your low? Okay. Our high of the day is up here. Okay. We got a high of the day up here. All right. And we have our low of the day before the New York session opens up. It's right here. Now, as you can see, price continues to dump from off of the move that it did in Wednesday. All right. Now, as you can see, we did trigger our previous day's low coming into our New York session. All right. And on Thursday, all right, we had news we had some 8:30 news. All right. And we had some medium impact news on at 10. All right. So we had news at 8:30. All right. So as the market opened up, you can see we triggered our previous day's low. All right. We mark off our low of the day. So the previous day's low take precedence, all right, over my current day highs and lows. But as you can see, when it opened up, it continued to drop, breaking through our current low of the day. All right. And then just read price action. I'm just looking at price action. I'm inside of this 100 pip box right here. And you can see price breaks out of the 100 pip box. All right. Came 50 pips out 100 pip box. 9:30. We want to wait on our 9:30. 9:30 is here when the market opens. Okay. 10, 10 a.m. Okay. 10 a.m. We had some news out at 10 a.m., some medium impact news at 10. And as you can see, this 10 a.m. candle, it did engulf our 9:30 candle. Okay. So we're at a buy low. We're at a buy low. Okay. So you can take an entry. All right. You can take an entry because price action is confirming that. You can take an entry. All right. As wait to see how far it pulls back. As it pulls back, all right, get in at the level, take an entry. All right. That's an 85 pip move in that one candle. Okay. 85 pips in that one candle. Okay. So, like I say, I'm looking at my highs and looking at my lows, and I'm looking at price behavior. That is it. I'm looking to see how price behaves. All right. Now then going into Friday, you just do the same thing. Okay. Do the same thing. There's my high. I have a high. And here's my low before this session opens. Okay, so here's my low before the session opens. All right, there's your low before the session opens. All right, so coming into the market at 8:30, we had I think we had some low impact news, nothing major. All right, and just looking at price action. All right, just checking out price action. All right, so as you can see, coming into our session, all right, we get this nice bullish candle. All right, and just look at the candles. Get a nice bullish candle. All right, coming off of our low. All right, get a nice bullish candle coming off of our low. Okay, soon as the session opens at 8 a.m., we get this nice bullish candle. All right, 8:30. All right, price continues to show bullish movement, bullish momentum, closing above our 50. All right, price closed above our 50 level. Okay, 9 a.m. All right, 9 a.m. Price still price still closes above the 50 level. And then if you was just looking at this structure, you can see you had a W at the bottom if you was paying attention. Okay, so you had the W. So at 9:30, we had no news on Friday. So as the 9:30 candle open, as it breaks the high of your previous candle, you can take an entry. All right, you can take an entry. There's no news. We have no news, even though it's on the inside. All right, even though it's on the inside, but just read price action. You're at the bottom part of your 100 pip box. Okay, here's the 100 pip box that we're in. All right, we're at the bottom part of the 100 pip box. Price made a W off of the low. Okay, it made a W. So at nine, once this market opens at 9:30 and it breaks the high of this candle, I'm gonna take an entry. I'm taking an entry. And then as you can see, once price took off at that 9:30 open, as you can see, it took out our previous, not our previous day, but it took out our current high of the day. All right. And then it proceeded to give you a nice reversal. Now, depending on the time frame you're in, you could have caught the trade up here. But once this here candle engulfed, and like I said, I want to see a 50% pullback at least. All right. So as this candle pulls back, you can take an entry. Your stops are going to be up here at the high because now your high is locked in. You got the engulfing candle, all right, doing our timing window, all right. Got the engulfing, you take your entry, set your stops. Now the trade did, give you about 80 pips if you held on to that, but this was two trades you could have taken. All right, we had no news, even though we're on the inside. But like I say, if you were just reading price action, even if you didn't see the W at the bottom, okay, just even if you didn't see the W at the bottom, just look at how price action gave you a double bottom. Okay, price action gave you a double bottom down here. All right, and proceeded to continue up. Gave you a nice double bottom, and you're at the buy area of your 100 pip box. You're in the buy zone of your 100 pip box. All right. So this is a way you could just keep your trading just very simple, marking off your highs, marking off your lows. All right. Paying attention to price action and just taking advantage of how to use your 100 pip box. All right. So this is all that I do. I try not to overcomplicate it. I try to keep it as simple as possible for me because normally when I'm trading, I'm at work. So I don't need to have all these other things that I need to try to worry about. All right. So I just try to keep it as very simple as possible. And that's all I'm trying to do. And, that's all I can do. All right. But to me, this is the way that I keep my trading very simple. So that's all I got, man. If you got any value from this video, like always, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and work hard, stay disciplined, and be patient, and be the reason someone smiles. Be the reason someone smiles today. Peace and love. Have a good one.